Kentucky at the Beaumont Inn. It has become an annual pilgrimage for friends from around the world.
Welcome to Whiskey Weekend, everybody.
Community has always been at the center of everything the podcast represents. And while you may have come for the whiskey, you'll take with you family that will last forever. Friends, it's time. This is Whiskey Weekend.
Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I am your host, Will. This is the fourth week in a row that I have been solo. So I'm going to answer some questions for you tonight because I've been seeing in the chat, where's the Greeze? What's going on with the Greeze? So I thought I would reveal some news and things that are going on tonight for you here live. So I'm going to let people join. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not, but I'd appreciate it. If you give a thumbs up, that'll help kind of get it spread out throughout the world. But I'm going to do quite a few things tonight. It's going to be a fun one. So I've got a big thing of water here so my voice doesn't get exasperated. And I thought, heck, it's a Monday night. I'm here by myself again. I'm going to drink some Lot B on the show. One, I need something 90 proof, not 90.4 proof to be precise. So, but not anything high proof if I'm going to get through the whole thing. But cheers, everyone. Happy Monday. I got this for Christmas last year. So fly fishing rocks glass. But yeah, I'm going to go over some stuff for you tonight. I'm going to sip on some Lot B. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do first because I got some fun stuff up ahead and there's some giveaways. So first, I'm going to go over some things about Whiskey Weekend. We haven't talked about it in a while, and I'm going to let you in on where the Greeze has been for the past few weeks. So I'm going to go over that first, and then I've got a game show that I'm really excited about. The historian, Kevin Hasselwander, actually helped me out with some of these today. So I've got trivia questions. Some are about the podcast, some are about whiskey in general. But I'm going to do a little game where you call in, and I'm going to go ahead and put that number up because I will need callers. So you'll call in, and I mentioned Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me on the Thanksgiving show last week that Freddie Johnson was on. It's an NPR quiz show. It's a lot of fun. Always have been a big fan of it. But they do a thing where listeners will be on the phone, and they'll do a news quiz, and they can win a prize if they get 2 out of the 3 questions right. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. It'll be at this phone number that you see on the bottom of the screen, 270-612-2275. And so instead of just trying to convince you all to call in and talk to me this week, what I'm going to do is have some prizes for you, an incentive. And there will be 4 rounds, so 4 different contestants will get to play. And it's 3 questions per participant. And they're not super hard. So I want people to win. That's kind of the point. But some is about whiskey pop culture. Some is about whiskey like itself, trivia. And then some are podcast trivia questions. So if you get 2 out of 3 right, you win the prize. And I'm going to give away a challenge coin that I've been using. That's the podcast. Really cool design. They're up for sale at thepodcast.com/store if you want to look at them. But yeah, I'm going to give away one of those. I'm going to give away a t-shirt, and I believe we have 2 bourbon bags that we'll be giving away as well. And it's the backpack style that we gave away at Whiskey Weekend Batch 4. So cool prizes, not just like random junk, actual things that people like and enjoy and use, myself included. So those are the 4 prizes. So if you want to win one of those, super easy game. I'm going to be doing that shortly. And I'll start telling you when to start calling in because I mean, honestly, if you want to call in now and leave it on hold and then I'll pitch it, it would be very helpful for this to work well if people actually participate. So 270-612 2275 is the number. It's not like a 900 number or something that charges you money. Just call it, leave it on hold, and I'll be able to go to you when it's time for game time if you want to participate in that. And I know some of you will. Kevin Hasselwander, though, he did help me out with this, so I'm going to send him something kind as a thank you for helping me with these. But I will say that it is not going to be super hard. So you do want to participate. Sorry, I got a text from Bob Little. I was making sure that my volume and audio and everything was great because I had a problem with that a few weeks ago. So all good. So, and then finally, I'm doing an Oak and Thieves giveaway. Some of you saw, if you're a member of Oak and Thieves, you can, which is our barrel pick club, that Bob Little, James Smith, Greeze, and I pick these barrels. And if you're a part of it at oakandthieves.com, you can get these exclusive barrels. And we have a really cool Advent tree that Kim Schwartz gave us to give away. And it's really cool. It's like wooden, looks like a tree. It holds samples for Advent. So sample Advent. And what we are going to do, we used it to try to promote, like, hey, buy a bottle and you can be entered in to win. So people have been posting their pictures of their bottles. There is still time. James is watching out for it. If you go and make a purchase of a bottle during this show and take a screenshot of the receipt, you can go to Sealbox and get that Penelope. I think they're all out of the Starlights. Or if you get one from Keg and Bottle, then you can be entered to win this prize. And it's the Advent tree itself, and we're going to ship it out tomorrow to whoever the winner is. But it's the Advent tree itself, but they have filled it. James and Greeze curated an incredible sample list. So I think there's 24 because it's all the way up until Christmas. So 24 samples of some really heavy hitters. I think Greeze posted a picture of what they are. And then James, I don't know if he has, because his is like actually incredible. You're going to get to try a horizontal of 10 different things. I'll say that in his sample. So pretty cool. Check that out. And I'm going to do that winner on here live. So you can go ahead, though, and go to oakandthieves.com and join. We're going to be trying to do giveaways and stuff like this to encourage people to purchase the bottles once you're a part of the club. But go to oakandthieves.com and sign up. And if you are an Oak and Thieves member and you're thinking about buying a bottle, go ahead and do it. Send a screenshot to James, either in the Facebook group, Oak and Thieves Instagram, somewhere. He's going to be checking all of them and give me the most updated list at the end of this show. And that will be a lot of fun. And so someone's going to win that. It's really cool. I'm actually kind of envious of it. So go ahead and check that out, and I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to put this call-in number back up because I want, while I'm going over the Whiskey Weekend housekeeping and Grease housekeeping, people to go ahead and call to be on the game show portion of it because, like I said, there's some really cool prizes. It's going to be the bourbon bag. We have 2 of those to give away, a podcast T-shirt. We can probably let you pick your design, or a challenge coin. Challenge coin is going for the easiest of the set of questions. So I see one person's already called in, and I'm going to let that person just sit there, and we'll go to it when the time is right. I did have a super chat from Bo that is just a $5 super chat. So, Bo, thank you for joining us and being on here tonight, and I appreciate the super chat. It really helps. All right, so what are we talking about? Whiskey Weekend. And first, let me go ahead and frame the conversation. Obviously, if you've been watching the last few weeks, it's just been me. There hasn't been Grease. If you have been a town hall member, it was just me. Grease popped on and said hello to some of you really quick and then was gone. He has been in the group, but he has been kind of absent from the show, and people have been asking, where is he? So Grease and I want to make sure, because we talked about how to present this, but Grease had a medical emergency in his family that required a lot of his attention. And at this point, the best thing for him to be doing is to not be on the show and just to focus on his family and be there. Everyone is okay. Everything will be okay. But it was just at this time, he was like, man, can you just take this off my plate so that it's not something that's a distraction from being able to be with my family. So that's where I've been. And it is not going to be forever that it's just me, but I do appreciate all of you bearing with me as I've been trying to do some fun stuff over the past few weeks. And I really appreciate all of you that have been tuned in, but it won't be like this forever, but it will be like this for a little bit. And beyond that, because this is an easier portion of it. The bigger portion is Whiskey Weekend. That takes a ton of planning, a ton of time from both of us. It is a team effort. It actually takes a lot of people outside of our team to help it as well. And while we had the bones and the infrastructure in place for the event that we had been selling tickets for, the best way that we can put on the best event possible with the circumstances surrounding where we are is to scale it down a little bit from where we were going to go. This was going to be the biggest event we'd ever done because we were offering that the ticket that was the general admission to hope to get more people in the door than ever. Greeze will be there and a part of it, but the planning stages that require the team, he's not going to be there for a lot of right now. So that leaves it up to me. And it's been several weeks that you've seen me on here behind the scenes, talking with people, getting input, getting buy-in from people, trying to figure out what the best path forward is. Is it to cancel Whiskey Weekend? Is it to do it as planned and just hope for the best? And with consultation with friends, with podcasters that I really trust, with family, with Greeze, here's what we've come up with. The Whiskey Weekend general admission ticket is not going to be offered. And if you have purchased one of those, you will either be refunded. We're going to be contacting you after the show starting, going through the people that have purchased those. And you'll either get a full refund of that, or you will have the opportunity to upgrade to VIP. The VIP is still capped at 100, and it is only going to be the VIP experience that is offered. But because we're having to scale a few things, such as the size and grandeur of the evening entertainment, it won't be the traditional 3-hour blocks of entertainment like happened at the last 2 years. We are cutting the price of the VIP. So if you were already purchased a VIP ticket, you will be getting a portion of your ticket price refunded to you. So it's dropping from $1,100 down to $850 as the price point that this new VIP ticket is. We're well over halfway sold out of the VIP as it is. So if you were on the fence, now you're getting in at a cheaper entry point. Or if you've already paid some, we're going to have a way that you can upgrade that ticket, and we're going to be able to get you in the door if you were a general admission but wanting to do that full experience. A lot of the infrastructure was already in place, and a lot of the bigger lifting was for that VIP experience, and that was the front loading. And so a lot of that's already taken care of. So not a ton will change in the experience for the VIP, except for you're going to have a little bit more cash in your pocket because we've lowered that price point. So $850 if you want to get in on that. And it is, as always, the tickets are available now. That new ticket, the other tickets are hidden, and we'll be contacting you about either your refund for general admission or letting you know your partial refund for your VIP ticket you've already purchased in the next day or so. But if you want to get in, whiskeytainment.com. There is still tickets available for this VIP experience. We are doing something remarkable at Jack Daniel's that you aren't able to just go do. And I'm really excited about that. We are doing something at Leaper's Fork Distillery that is going to be remarkable. Something I've never seen done or ever heard of someone doing with a group like ours. So that's going to be fun. Some of you, if you've been on Town Hall, I may have spilled the beans a little bit. But also, there is going to be a other things. We're doing a liquor store crawl. We're doing fun like gathering events. It's going to have a lot more of the Whiskey Weekend batch 1 and 2 feel, a little bit more intimate, a little bit more one-on-one, and less production. So a little bit more raw, a little bit more DIY, but we're using our contacts to make sure that it's going to be the coolest experience you could have. I've got a couple of other ideas that I've got meetings this week to shift things like, hey, you were going to be doing this. What if we do this, which is better, easier on you, but cooler? So a lot of that's happening. But like I said, it's Greeze is going to be there. I'm going to be there. It's still happening here in Franklin, Tennessee. Whiskeytainment.com is, as I said, the place where you can go buy tickets, and it is cheaper. So this is kind of a Cyber Monday deal for you tonight at $850 for that, which is actually what the ticket price, I believe, was last year for just the standard get in the door plus hotel. So I believe, I'd have to check my facts, but it's around the ballpark. We had raised it this year because of some of the stuff we were adding on. The cost went up, but because we're bringing it back down, making it a little bit more manageable for me to continue on and finish strong, it is going to be knocking $250 off the ticket price. So that's the update. If you have any questions about any of this and you're a patron, I'm going to do the after party tonight. I'll take some questions there. But from now, that's that part of the show. And I think it's going to be a really cool experience. You're going to love it. You're going to love our town. You're going to love Whiskey Weekend. Some of the people I've already talked about were so pumped because the way I kind of framed it and was telling people that it has a little bit more of that early Whiskey Weekend flavor. You're really going to love it. And it's going to be something that is one of the best weekends of your life. I can guarantee you that. So check that out. Whiskeytainment.com. Keep Greeze in your prayers, him and his family during this time. Like I said, everyone's going to be okay. Everything's great, but he's doing the right thing for him and his family right now. And I appreciate all of you for hanging in here with me while I'm going solo. So cheers to everything. Cheers to Whiskey Weekend. Here's some Lot B for me. TNT, we're dynamite with the $5 super chat. Will, you're doing a great job. Prayers to Greeze and his family. I really appreciate it. It's a heck of a community, all of y'all. So I really appreciate everything. And I know that y'all will stick with us through thick and thin. And then Zach Jones said, I called Greeze today just to talk, and he sent me to voicemail. He didn't send you to voicemail. He has your number blocked. So he didn't do it. It just automatically does that now. Okay. Now to my quiz. I'm super excited about this. This is going to be, like I said, this is my wait, don't tell me. This is my whiskey, give me whiskey quiz show. So I've got 2 callers on the line. And okay. This one, Bob Little is calling in, and I think he wants to play, but I'm going to go to Brian first. I'll let Bob hang on. So, hey, Brian, thank you for calling the podcast. Are you ready to play a game?
I'm so ready. I am so ready, Will. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So you are playing for the podcast challenge coin, unless you already have one of those.
I don't know, and I'm
perfect.
Excited about some easy questions.
All right. So let me show you what you're playing for here. So it's a podcast challenge coin, and it's got our logo, everything. It's cool. On the back side, it says, we don't know Jack, but we'll drink it. And it's got a ridge around it that fits perfectly on top of a Glencairn to kind of trap those vapors in or keep flies out in the summertime. So you ready to play the game?
Beautiful. Very ready. And just thinking about Greeze, and thank you for keeping this going.
Awesome. I appreciate it, man. Okay, so here's what we've got. These are 3 questions. One is a pop culture. One is about bourbon, the spirit itself. And one is a podcast trivia question. You have to get 2 out of 3 right to win. And if you get all 3 right, I'll throw in a bonus sample. So let's see how you do.
Ooh.
All right,
let's go.
All right, so what infamous conspiracy theorist will be the latest to release a celebrity bourbon brand?
Ooh, I hate that I know this, and I hope you get $0, but Alex Jones.
That's right. Ding, ding, ding. You have answered one question correctly. So you are on the board. Only one more to win your prize. But that is correct. Alex Jones, news broke from TTB listings that he is allegedly putting out a bourbon called Conspiracy. There's not a ton of other information out about it. I don't know if many retail stores will carry it, knowing that he is the pariah that he is in popular culture. But yeah, that is accurate, and you got it right. So congratulations on question one. You ready for number two?
I am.
All right. So by law, bourbon cannot be distilled higher than this proof.
Ooh, distilled, I'm going with 160.
That is right, 160. So you have already won the challenge coin. And
Ooh, hey.
you this one, I'm going to throw in a cool sample if you get it right, Brian. You ready?
All right, let's do it.
Okay. The Greeze has long claimed he is famous for his rants, one of which was memorialized in the early days of the podcast on a t-shirt. What was the menace you don't want to mess around with in this noteworthy rant?
Ooh, I feel like I've seen the t-shirt. Oh, I am going to go with a mountain goat outside the Beaumont Inn.
Close. He does like to talk about goats a lot outside Beaumont Inn, but this menace was mold. You don't want to mess around with mold. So, and he's never spoken truer words than that. All right, Brian, thank you so much for playing. You won the challenge coin. I know how to contact you, but I'm going to actually say this. Any winner, go ahead and email me, will@thepodcast.com, and put your name and phone number in it, because I can match that. If it's not a voice I recognize, I can match it with what I have here on my caller ID, and I know that I'll be getting it to the right person. So will@thepodcast.com with your name and phone number, and we'll get that out to you, man.
All right. Best of luck to the other contestants. Have fun.
Thanks. Congratulations. All right. Brian was great. Let's see. We've got Bob Little calling in. Bob, you were on the air.
Yes.
All right.
I'm telling you, I'm impressed with Brian. I was really impressed with this.
Brian nailed it. Now, here's the thing. You've been around a long time, but you're also a business partner in Oak and Thieves. So,
yeah,
I
know what I want for my prize. I sent you a text.
Let me see. What do you want for your prize? Bob wants a Whiskey Weekend Batch 4 flask with Bob on it. He was gifted one and lost it.
I know where it is too.
What if?
Go get it.
What if, Bob? What if you play for another contestant?
I'd love to. Sure.
Okay, so you're going to be winning a T-shirt for. Let's see. I'm going to say the first person I see when I go back to comments. Let's see. Adam Shelton is right there in front of me. So you're going to be playing for Adam Shelton. Okay.
All right.
All right. So Adam, and this is the comment I saw for people watching. It's just LMAO. And I think he was responding to the Alex Jones answer in the first question. But you're playing for Adam Shelton. He's sick tonight, so he's home watching. But you will be playing for him, since I don't think it's fair to have someone that I'm in business with potentially win a prize from me. So that's kind of like the.
What about a poster from one of the whiskey weekends? Could I win one of those? Because I've been to all of them, but I've never gotten a poster back home.
Yeah, I think you could probably win one of that and a T-shirt for Adam if you win. Okay.
I'll do it. Let's do it.
All right. So, also, if you want to join the show and be a contestant after Bob gets off the line here, go ahead and call 270-612-2275. All right. This is the first question. Once again, there is a legal, not a legal question, but about bourbon question, a pop culture question, and a podcast question. This first one is a podcast question. Where were Will and the Greeze when they ruined a dusty decanter of bourbon by pouring it through a Brita filter?
Katie, you got to help me out here. What's the question? Where were Will and Greeze at when they ruined a dusty decanter?
When we poured it through a Brita filter.
Why would y'all do that?
Well, Bob, I thought you've watched or listened to every show. This is like
I just want to know why y'all would do that. What made y'all think this was a great idea?
It was actually the person who we were with's idea, and he knows a lot more than we and has a better collection than we do.
Well, apparently he didn't on this one.
Well, it was amazing because it came out clear, and that's why it was ruined. It literally stripped it of all flavor and color.
It tasted like vodka, like old moldy vodka.
It tasted like musty water. It didn't even taste like alcohol.
Wow. I have no idea where y'all were.
Where would we go early in the podcast? I thought this was a gimme for you.
I'm old, man. I don't know.
All right. Well, you're not getting all
y'all
three.
Go to T-Bunnies?
What?
Rocks?
No. Mm-mm. Oh, Tim Gunderman and Ty both know it. Tim Gunderman says, I'll say his in a minute, but Ty says, Bob, you're killing me. And then Tim Gunderman says, probably. Paul is the clue.
Paul? Dude, I'm so lost. I'm terrible. I'm a horrible person.
We were at the Steele Speakeasy, Paul Steele's house.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Paul Steele, it's like a speakeasy, like in his basement. Yep. It's pretty cool. It's if you watch, it's like a show on Netflix, and like it's on there.
I'm in that documentary.
I know you are.
Yeah. All right. Well, sorry, Adam. That's what happens when you let Bob play for you.
Well, no, I still got two more.
Yeah, you still got two more, but I mean, I thought that was an easy one for you. All right. This one you'll get because it's been everywhere. So much to the chagrin of whiskey social media, Weller 12 was recently featured in the season premiere of what popular TV show?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know this one. It's a horror. Well, I can't say that. I don't want to speak bad about any bourbon people, but Yellowstone.
There you go. All right. Ding, ding, ding. You have one right for Adam, your proxy. All right. This is make or break. The drama is on, folks. And your Huckleberry says, what's the name of the documentary? It is called Neat, and I believe you can see it on Hulu. Is it on Hulu, maybe?
Wasn't it on Netflix? Or
maybe it's on somewhere. Just Googled where to watch Neat, and it's the story of bourbon. And you'll see me and Chris Thomas cackling in the bottom of the Steel Speakeasy. All right, this is the third question. You should get this, but you're not James. So this says,
wow.
States which have a monopoly either on distribution or retail sales of liquor are referred to as what?
Whoa, okay. You got to say that one again. Whoa.
It's a lot easier than the wording sounded. All right, states, like of the United States.
Oh, you talking about either control states or ABC states?
Control states is the correct answer I was looking for, but I would have accepted ABC states because it's alcoholic beverage control. So yeah, control states is the answer I was looking for. Pretty simple with a wordy question. So, all right, you won for
real wordy.
You won for Adam. I'll reach out to Adam and I'll make sure he gets a shirt of his choice, and I'll try to find that flask of yours for later. You know what's funny, Bob, is I almost had a question on here about which podcaster has his own Patreon level. And if I had have done that, I would have gone to that set of questions and made sure that you had that one. All right.
Well, I figure if I could have my own Patreon level, I could pick my own prize in a call-in quiz show.
Yeah. All right, Bob, thank you so much. And stick around later because I'm doing that drawing for Oak and Thieves. So you can't win that one.
I'm excited. No, and really, guys, if you joined Oak and Thieves and haven't gotten in the Facebook group lately, hop on in there, take a look at what people are posting. They're posting up their Oak and Thieves bottles. Some people are getting kind of fun with it, doing some crazy things. And we just love all the support that we've gotten throughout this year since launching back in February, and we love all you guys, and got some great things in store for 2023, and really looking forward to Whiskey Weekend Batch 5.
That's right. All right, Body. I got to get to these others here. So I'm going to drop you because I'm done with you, Bob. All right. So I've got Melissa Shriver. I'm going to put you on air, but I don't know if you can play because you'll be fulfilling some of this merch. But Melissa, you're on the air.
That's fine. I'll play for someone else.
Okay. Well, you have to pick somebody that you see in the chat that you're going to be playing for.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah.
It'll be a surprise though, because I don't know yet. Hold on.
Okay. This is a
okay, wait.
This is a for a bourbon bag, actually. So this is a solid prize.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
You have those, right? Because I don't have any more here.
Yes, Greeze has 2 at his house, so I'm giving both of them away. So
excellent day. Okay, good deal.
Travis Turner says, "Isn't Bob's flask a 5-gallon bucket?" That would be James, but close enough.
Are you there still?
I'm here.
Okay, yeah, I totally couldn't hear you. Hi.
All good. Have you picked a person yet?
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. Okay, hold on one sec. So here's the deal. Yeah, I think I need you to pick someone for me because when I'm on my phone, I can't see it.
Oh, my gosh.
And I got the internet all locked down on the kid devices, and so I can't see the podcast.
You've locked yourself out of this.
I know.
Melissa, here's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do. I'm going to put you back in the queue. You're going to find someone who you're going to You're going to find someone who you're going to play for. I'm going to go to this other player first. Okay?
10-4. We can work on that. Okay.
All right. So Melissa's back in the queue. And I've got someone here I'm putting on the air. And, hey, who am I talking to?
Andy Payne.
Andy Payne. You're, I'm pretty sure your auto screen just heard me talking. And it's pretty funny what it says you were calling in to say. So, pretty happy about that. Andy,
Good time.
Are you ready to play for a bourbon bag?
I'm ready. I'm ready, Will.
All right, here we go. First question is about bourbon. Surprise, surprise. This one actually has 2 podcast trivia questions. So, hope you've gone into the back catalog.
Can I text Kevin as a folder friend?
No, Kevin actually wrote 2 of these questions. So, all right. First question. What famous whiskey...
Well, this is going to win something for somebody.
What famous whiskey brand claims to be the first bottled bourbon?
The first bottled bourbon. Would that be Old Forester?
Hey, there you go. Had me nervous there for a minute, Andy. But yes,
I got my general knowledge.
Old Forester is the correct answer. Yeah, so you are...
Before that, they were just slopping it out of buckets.
You're 1 for 1. So let's see if you can get either one of 2 of these old school trivia questions about the podcast. All right. What special release bottle did Will purchase for the absurd and unheard of price of $86.95 in episode 2 of the podcast titled Is Marketing Out of Hand?
I'm going to go with George T. Stagg.
I wish I had bought a George T. Stagg, but it was not. Unfortunately, it was the Maker's Mark American Pharaoh edition. So it sparked quite some conversation.
Take a bottle.
There you go. So that was episode 2 of the podcast. It was right after American Pharaoh won the Triple Crown when I purchased it, and was really excited about that bottle. However, well, wasn't worth $86 then, but that was just an obscene amount of money for a bottle of bourbon. But all right, final question.
Definitely.
Final question. Who was the first guest to ever appear on a podcast episode? And you, even if you've not heard this, you should have some context for who it may be based off an event you attended last March.
I'm going to guess and say Dixon Denman.
And I couldn't hear you. You broke up. Do you want to try again with a different name that is not Dixon Denman?
Freddie Johnson.
I'm trying to hear. It was not. I'm sorry.
It was
Payne.
Bernie Lubbers.
It was Bernie Lubbers. Yeah.
Damn it.
The
Came to
context clue.
Too
We'll
late.
get you something sweet
Because
out,
he
but you
told
didn't.
you.
You
He
did
told
not
you.
win the bourbon bag, but I'll send you a sample or something for playing the game.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, considering I crashed and burned. Cliff Clavin on Jeopardy.
You did terrible. All right, Andy. I'm glad you got one, but somebody had to lose. All right. Have a good night, and thank you for calling. All right. Melissa's back, but I have someone named. Let me see. Let me see 1 second. If someone would text me 3 trivia questions that I could ask, I've got another caller that I could go to after Melissa. Let's see if Melissa actually did her task. She's normally very, very good at that. But if she came up with someone to play for. Melissa, did you?
Yeah, yes.
All right.
No, I did not. I'm trying with my internet. I'm trying.
All right.
I've got Washington in the snow internet.
Well,
you
you
can
may
put me on
lose
hold.
out because
I'll be
someone's
back.
calling in, and I'm going to see who it is. Okay?
Yes.
I'll put you back on hold. Unbelievable. Melissa is great, typically. Not tonight. All right. Who do I have on here? Who is Babyface?
You are, because you shaved real good.
Oh, Greeze is calling in. Do you want to play for
Yeah,
somebody?
man, is it
Oh,
weird?
no, I sent you the answers to these. No, I don't think I sent you these.
I don't have. You think I looked at those answers? Will?
Do
Well,
you-
first, I just wanted to tell everybody thank you. I've been watching the comments and stuff, and Will, you said some really great things, and everybody that's praying for me and my family, just super appreciate that. And if you know somebody that is going to Whiskey Weekend and they might not be watching the broadcast, I think that section earlier in the show was really well done by Will and really explains a lot. But I just wanted to say that and tell everybody thank you. So, but yeah, I want to play for Zach Jones because I'm gonna botch every answer.
Yeah, you're not gonna do well on this one. This is you'll get 1 out of 2 of these. And oddly, you'll get the one that's about whiskey, not about our show. All right. For Zach Jones, who you have blocked on your phone, and some people are sending me some trivia questions. So Melissa, hopefully, will get to play for someone. If not, we'll just have fun with it. So
I love the fact that Melissa can't think of one person.
I know she can't even think of somebody. All right. So this is first question. What is the saying which is common to explain the difference between bourbon and whiskey?
No, you gotta have new charred oak barrels.
No. You're thinking too hard into that.
Corn.
What's the very
Oh,
short
you
saying?
You can't have whiskey without bourbon. No, you can't have bourbon without whiskey. What? Shoot, daggone it. You can't.
Well, here's strike one.
You can't. Here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. Bourbon can exist without whiskey. I mean, they make whiskey to make bourbon. You can't make whiskey without bourbon, or you can't make bourbon without whiskey. Is that what it is?
No, and I'm not even going to give you like partial credit. All bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon is the answer I was looking for.
Okay, well, I was all around it, Will.
I know you were flirting with it,
it might have-
but you didn't land it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, we might as well be playing a card game with, a bunch of discards around the card pile. I was all around that daggone thing.
Okay. You have two, and these two are about the show.
Okay.
On the episode titled Barn Night, Cocktails and the Trial of the Century, why was Greeze on trial? You had made...
Was this when Chris had a prepared statement?
You had a prepared statement, I believe, because you had done something to upset Joby, which I know is a litany of offenses. No.
I did a blend.
No, this was not that. This was...
Oh, I called Kentucky out finished in oak barrels.
I know it's tough because you've said so many things, but you indeed were on trial that night for opening the Beaver Butt bourbon on the show, and Joe B was not present, and he was very upset about it. So,
well, he was excited because he didn't have to open his; he just knew not to, because he bought one too.
I know. All right,
so he owes.
Zach Jones is not getting a bourbon bag, but
listen, I'll send him a daggone bourbon bag if I want to. And let me go ahead and tell you something. I don't want to.
You're going to do the final question just for funsies, or do you just want me to save it for Melissa?
You should probably save it for Melissa, just because I feel like.
All right, I'll save this one, and I have two.
Somebody other than Zach Jones deserves it.
Natalie gave me two others that I can pair with it that I really like. All right, Grease, you were terrible.
All right. No, I'm not. Dadgummit, Will.
You did terribly. There was an objective, and you couldn't. All bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon. You were not even close to. I thought you would have spouted that out so quick. All right. Yeah. Well, I don't have. I have no more time for you.
Bourbon is whiskey, not all whiskey is bourbon. Yeah, I got it. I'm going to remember that for next time. I'm going to call in next time.
All right. I appreciate it. You have a good night. And he gone. All right. Melissa, please tell me you have someone that you can play for.
I'm here.
All right.
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm going to play for my Washington buddy, Northwest Bourbon.
Oh, nice.
But I think if I win, we should send Zach Jones a bag too.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fair because Grease was terrible. Okay. All right, this is the question that Grease didn't get to. This is a deep track from the podcast, and it is, everyone is familiar with the home bar setup of the Great Paul Steele, known as the Steele Speakeasy. We referenced it earlier. That's where we did the Brita experiment. What is the lesser-known name of a friend of the show, Logan, his home bar?
Ooh.
It was a playoff of the Speakeasy. I'll give you that hint. There was some nerdiness to it. And we like puns on the podcast.
Yeah, the Speakeasy. Logan. Oh, man. Am I allowed to know Logan's last name, and would that help me?
It would not help you. It has more to do with the fact it was nerdy. The bar itself was made out of the dude's apartment door from The Big Lebowski, and everything.
Oh. Yeah. No, I totally remember that now. Okay, hold on. Because that's like the dude abides. Oh, hold on. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna say it's the doesn't speak easy, but I don't think that's it.
The what?
It doesn't speak easy, but I don't think that's it.
No, it's not. It was called the Geek Easy. The Geek Easy.
The Geek Easy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I would not have got that one in a couple of minutes.
All right. Well, it was a good one. I gave you some hints too. So it's nerdy, speakeasy puns.
I know, right? I was like, I was trying there.
Okay,
All right.
this one
I
you
think
should get. So
two
you'll
more.
be 1-1. So what does Greeze call the
Okay.
place he stores his bourbon collection?
The Nook.
Yes, the Nook. It is the Nook.
Whoop.
Good job. All right, you're 1-1.
The Nook.
This is for the win. There are 2 potential answers to this that you could get. So I'll take either one. All right. So a tasting kit was sent to Greeze and I full of some goodies from Natalie and Jason. And there was a specific tasting note that he went on a rant about that Fred Minnick uses often. And he was very upset about this. And we tried this tasting note courtesy of Natalie, the Natalie. Do you know what that is?
So the tasting note that he freaks out about a lot is grapey, but what he really means is oaky. The tasting note from Natalie. Natalie is super great with nuanced tasting notes and sophisticated tasting notes, right?
Mhm.
Like cardamom and awesome ones. But I don't know specifically which tasting note he was going off on this time.
All right, so I'll give you a hint.
Wait, yes, I do. Hold on. I feel like this is grape bubble gum or something, right? Like bubble yum or
I'm going to give you a hint.
Chew.
I'll give you a hint. Okay. So this it has an almondy type.
Oh, that's way too sophisticated for Greeze. It's marzipan.
Yes.
That's the thing of the candies.
You got it. Marzipan.
All right. I was I don't know. Greeze goes off on all kinds of tasting notes. It's hard to know.
He went off on this one because he thought it was so absurd. He was very upset about it. So that
no, marzipan's a yummy tasting note.
Well, not if you're the Greeze. If it ain't oaky or grapey,
Not if you're the Greeze.
better get out.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Melissa, thank you so much. All right. You, Zach Jones, I think, can have it as well as Northwest Bourbon. So we have 2 of them.
We redeemed.
Very good.
Okay, guys, send your emails over to Will at thepodcast.com so we can get it to the right address.
That's right. Will at thepodcast.com. That will be great. Thank you, Melissa. And we'll get all that out. All right. So that was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll probably do it again because I actually really enjoyed that. I thought it was a lot of fun. Moved through the show very quickly. And I've got research assistants for days to come up with these trivia questions. Thank you all who participated. And next time you're going to want to do it because I'm going to have other fun prizes. All right. So to recap, if you weren't here earlier, Whiskey Weekend has shifted a little. Go back and watch the beginning because I went into where Greeze has been, why he hasn't been on here as much, but I'm not going to go over all that again. But the key takeaways is that Whiskey Weekend is limited to 100 people in Franklin, Tennessee. It's over halfway sold out, and the ticket price has been dropped to $850. And go ahead and check that out at whiskeytainment.com. I'm going to go ahead and put that banner up one more time so you can see it down there at the bottom. Whiskeytainment. It's an amalgamation of the word whiskey and entertainment. Whiskeytainment.com. To get those tickets. They're on sale now, $850. And then you'll also get the link of where to book your hotel room and such like that. But it's going to be a blast. I'm really excited. It's going to be one of the best ones yet. So check it out, and I'll get back to that. But the final thing of the night is a drawing for Oak and Thieves. So if you don't know what Oak and Thieves.com is, Oak and Thieves is our barrel club with Bob, who you heard almost really fail terribly at. Did he win? I forgot. Did he answer? Oh yeah, no, he won. But Bob, he struggled a little bit in the trivia question, but he, James Smith, the dip-filled wonder, the Greeze, and I, we have Oak and Thieves. It's our barrel club. We do exclusive picks. They're delicious. They're fantastic. James is very aggressive on what we're allowed to pick and not pick. So they're all great. But check that out at oakandthieves.com. And if you purchased a bottle and you still had opportunity to do, and I've just updated the list with the latest bottles that come through. But I'm going to do a drawing right now for a really cool tasting. Oh, shoot. I meant to load in the image of the advent calendar. It's like in the shape of a tree. It has holes that you put the sample bottles in for the advent season. So you can do a sample a day. Really cool. And Kim Schwartz gifted us that to be able to give away. And she made it. It's beautiful. But we also filled it with samples, 24 samples, and there are amazing things. Greeze put up a picture of what he did. I think there's an old Kentucky owl in there. There is there's an old Taylor. There's a single barrel, E.H. Taylor single barrel. I believe it's the one that we picked. Greeze he just texted it to me. But I'm going to do it crappily if you're watching. And there we go. So there it is. There's the tree. It says Oak and Thieves at the top as the star, and it's a Christmas tree. It's beautiful. But if you are wanting to participate, it's probably too late at this point because I have my entire list. But I'm about to do a drawing for Oak and Thieves member, but we're going to try to do more stuff like this as well to give away. So I'm... kind of lame about this, and Grease always makes fun of me. But I'm going to share this. So first I'm going to do this. Okay. This is fun. Now, I try to make it really complicated. Okay, so this is the list of people over to the side right here. And then what I'm going to do, I've got this formula, which it'll do a random order of the people. So I have copy that and I paste it here, and okay, so that's my random order, and I will now go over to the fun part. All right. I'm going to remove that for now. And now I'm going to share screen, Chrome tab, random.org. Share. All right. So I have a total of 37. So 2 through 37. So I'm going to pick a number between 2 through 37. I'm going to do this 5 times, okay? So that number, then I'll go back to my list, and we'll see who it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, number 10 is the winner. Oh, shoot. Sorry, y'all couldn't see that. I'm going to do 5 more because that's not fair. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, number 27 is the winner. So I'll move that. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to share screen, window, and go down to 27. James Waddle from the random list. So James Waddle, you are the winner of the Oak and Thieves. Advent calendar. So super cool. Hope you like it. And I'm excited about it. It's going to be that. The samples will go out tomorrow. So we'll contact you. If you're watching, go ahead and give us your info, but we should have it from Oak and Thieves. If you're not a member of Oak and Thieves, you want to join it, oakandthieves.com. We have a $5 level all the way up to $150. And there's various different stuff that comes along with each of those levels, but $5 gets you access to the picks. There. Yeah. So check that out, oakandthieves.com. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. I do want to say thanks to Mike Ives, $10 super chat. Really appreciate it, man. Really helps out. Thanks for holding down the fort, Will. Really appreciate it. Grease, prayers to you and your family. Thank you for that as well. I'm glad he called in to play the game tonight. That was a lot of fun. And once again, if you're curious what everything I had to say or about Whiskey Weekend, and you just got on here or you hopped in late, go back to the beginning when I end this and watch it. It's informative. It's going to let you know a lot about what's going on, the little bit of the shift to Whiskey Weekend, and how amazing it's going to be, and also what's going on with Greeze, where he's been. But until then, go ahead and get your tickets to Whiskey Weekend at whiskeytainment.com. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, I would dare say, the best yet. It's going to have a little bit of a hybrid of the first 2 batches and the second 2 batches. So you're going to love it. Batch 5 homecoming, it couldn't be more appropriate. Bringing it back home and having these intimate experiences, these localized experiences, these things that people couldn't do on their own, that they couldn't do without the collective power of the podcast community. But it is really going to be cool. And the doors that are open because of what great people you all are amazing. So you're not going to want to miss it. There's, like I said, over half sold out already. And because we are scaling back some of the extra stuff that was going to go along with the general admission ticket, we actually were able to cost save and therefore lower the ticket price. And I'm always a big fan of helping people save money, but this is your Cyber Monday deal. Go to whiskeytainment.com and pick up your tickets. They're $850 for the tickets today only, and for the rest of the time they're on sale. So that's your Cyber Monday deal. All right. That's all I've got. It's been a fun show. I'm going to go do a short after party. If you're a patron, that means that you can go hang out with me. And typically it's me and Greeze, or if it's just me, it's just me. I did last week. I had people join me on the stream, which was a lot of fun. But this week, I'm just going to have people comment in the comments if they have a question about Whiskey Weekend or any of the stuff that I covered tonight. So I'd be glad to answer it. Go over that. Any level of Patreon gets that. Patreon.com/thepodcast. You're supporting us, keeping us going, but you're also able to access cool stuff like Town Hall or the after party or virtual bar night. So check it out, everyone. Check your Patreon messages. I'm about to send out the link. I forgot to do it earlier, but it's already generated, so it should be there momentarily. But if you're listening to the podcast version, thanks for hanging in there. I hope you enjoyed the quiz style format. I want you all to maybe check out a live every once in a while on YouTube, youtube.com/thepodcast. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and you can play along at home as well. Other than that, I didn't do a 15 this week. I apologize. Sorry that I saw that, Brian, that you're asking no 15. I had a lot to cover, but I think I'm going to do this quiz show again because it's a lot of fun. So that's going to do it for this week on the podcast. Rate and review us on iTunes. Send us $5 in the mail at patreon.com/thepodcast. Come to Whiskey Weekend by going to whiskeytainment.com or join our barrel club at oakenthieves.com. This is Will Haynes signing off, and we don't know Jack, but we'll drink it.